This tutorial will walk you through the online application for the New Hampshire State Council on the Arts American Rescue Plan Organizational Grant Program. This program is funded by the National Endowment for the Arts through the American Rescue Plan Act. You may request up to $6,000 and no match is required. This tutorial assumes that you have created a free account at submittable.com and that you've logged into the system. The first part of the application is the Applicant Data section, and this is where you are going to enter all of the information about your nonprofit organization. Any field that is required will have a red asterisk next to it, and the system will not accept your application if a required field has not been filled out. So we want all of this information: mailing address, your website URL, your DUNS number. A DUNS number is required, information about your authorized official, and the primary arts discipline of your organization. There are a lot to choose from here, so take your time and scroll through until you find the field that is correct for your organization. We want to know when you were founded, incorporated, when you received your IRS exemption, and then some information about your staff, volunteers, and your organization's fiscals. The second section should only be filled out if the contact person is different from the authorized official you listed in section 1. The third section is the grant request itself. You want to tell us how much you're requesting and for what purpose. And as you know from reading the guidelines, there are 5 different purposes for which you can apply. Section 4 is where you're going to upload your documents. You're going to upload a narrative and budget and some other information. And so this works just like attaching a file to an email. You're going to click the Choose File button. A window will open on your computer. It will let you navigate to where you have saved all of these documents. You will choose the document that you want to upload and attach it. Very, very easy to do. We do prefer that all of these documents be in PDF format. That way, there isn't any way that we could inadvertently harm a document. So you'll upload your narrative. The narrative questions are the last page of the guidelines. You will upload your budget form. You'll upload the current board of directors list for your organization. And then you'll upload evidence documentation of costs for which you're applying for funding. So if you're applying for salary support, you want to include the job description or contract for that position or those positions. If you're applying for facilities costs, you want to attach those, and that could be your rent. It could, if it's rent, it could be your lease, it could be a utility bill, things like that. Evidence of health and safety costs. So let's say you purchased a whole bunch of PPE and you've got a receipt or an invoice for that, you would upload that here. And evidence of any marketing or promotional costs that you might be applying for funding for. We also want to see your organization's most recently filed 990 form. Very important. And so finally, the last section is your electronic signature. You just want to read this information, click agree, and then type your name and your title into these fields. And then you will click submit. If you have filled out all of the required fields, the system will accept your application, and you should get a message on the screen saying that your application has been submitted. If the system doesn't let you submit, that means that you haven't filled out a required field and you need to scroll up and figure out what you missed. You should also receive confirmation via email after your application has been submitted. So that's the application. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. As always, please reach out if you have questions. We will do our best to guide you through. Thanks so much.